Welcome back to more Croc, and oh my god, is that what I think it is?
Look at that.
Gosh, dang it. Gosh.
Stefan, what's the point of that if you know this is going to be uploaded after that situation?
From my calculations, I think this is going to be 2 weeks or a week before
That's
License to
adorable,
Chill, and if it isn't, then I don't care.
Then it's
Stefan,
classic FTCR
funny.
fashion.
It's like Stefan thinks we won't get delayed at some point. That's adorable.
I would have just said that it's an advertisement for License to Chill 2. Like, you could have saved yourself
the
there.
sequel.
Right? Like, we've already announced License to Chill. We've already had, like, our third Nintendo-thon. It's been successful. This has been a great decade for FTCR.
Beat up, fix up counter?
And also now we got a different patron here with us, Manny, who's back.
Yeah.
Hi, man.
Hey.
What's with
Oh, I
the...
see. You're gonna introduce
Oh, and also
me.
Steven's here too.
Thank you.
Steven's always
Whatever.
around. He just doesn't talk in all of the playthroughs, but he's actually
So-
there for every single one.
It's true.
The last time both Steven and Manny were in an LP, our channel got demonetized. Let's see if we can make it happen again.
Okay, this is the episode where Smoothie says the N-word.
Oh, Jesus.
okay. Ooh.
Just kidding.
PewDiePie reveals that you, the watcher, was secretly a racist all
Yeah,
along.
don't you know PewDiePie follows me?
Oh, wow. That's too far right for me.
No, MVM, I'm so far right, I'm left.
Oh,
God.
that's how directions work.
Anyways, welcome everybody to Croc Part 5.
Yeah. So what was with that speed up, fix up counter?
Stefan made a mistake.
In this part, I speed up a lot, but not just for screw ups, but just for running back and forth, because this is the part of the game when they do. Oh, well, there's one screw up. This is a part of game where you got to do a lot of running back and forth between parts, because I think this is the part of the game when like the levels start to get really long, and they do that by having you go back and forth.
I swear
so.
to God, on the last part, there was a level that had this exact gimmick.
Yeah, I think that was one of.
Yeah, I swear we've done this. If they just took this section from the previous level and just added flying villains, and that's all they've done to make it different.
Stefan,
And there was a. Oh, yep.
what came first, this game or free Flash games on the internet? Because they both have the same sound effects.
This game.
There's so
Well,
many
I
stock
mean-
sound effects in this game.
I forgot when this game came out.
Well, I mean, this game came out in 1996
Dude,
before
this-
Flash games.
Was
were
it
released.
1996?
This game predates Mario 64.
Jeez,
Oh,
that's
okay.
this game's old.
Oh god, it's this game again.
I swear to God.
So
What?
What do you mean? I swear to God.
while this terrible thing is going on, Manny, why don't you explain your experience with this game, and then we'll switch to Steven, who will just say, I've never played this game, please kill me.
I played this game, I want to say back when I was like 12 years old, but it was during like a time when I wasn't really like a big fan of platformers and especially like collectathons like this game. So I think I played like the first world, and then I was just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. This game sucks. And I just like sold it. So I was like, kind of want to give it a second shot, but I don't know. Like I remember the game being really awkward to control.
It is awkward to control, but it's fun for what it's fun despite itself.
And Steven?
Oh, I'm just baffled by the lack of realism. We have a lizard. We have a lizard in a subterranean environment.
It's a crocodile, you
excuse
cretin.
me. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. A cold-blooded animal in a subterranean environment.
He should be dead.
Sonic the Hedgehog goes to space on a regular basis.
But there's air in space, and the Earth is flat. Come on, don't you? Like, come on.
It's not air.
If the Earth was flat, how come Eggman wasn't able to shoot it?
Well, because the moon is flat.
I would
that's-
love for Neil deGrasse Tyson to come out with a video where he's like, I just want everyone to know there's no air in space. Sonic the Hedgehog can't breathe in space. Like, thanks, Neil. We couldn't have figured that out before. How about you? Thanks for that, buddy.
What if Sonic just
Such a
doesn't
fucking
breathe?
genius.
No, I want to see Neil deGrasse Tyson disprove Eggman shooting the moon.
What no, Sonic has to breathe, otherwise,
Yeah,
otherwise
because then I
he
remembered.
wouldn't drown.
Yeah, he wouldn't drown, and that's like the whole point of like Sonic. He can't swim because he'll just drown.
Yeah,
Well, no, actually,
thanks,
you know
Neil
what?
deGrasse
I
Tyson.
know. Well, actually, Sonic not being able to. I can't remember if he said this in a previous part, but that's literally just because Yuji Naka thought hedgehogs couldn't swim. They in fact can.
Yeah.
So if Yuji Naka was smarter, Sonic would not drown.
Yeah, Yuji Naka thought that hedgehogs couldn't breathe underwater. Turns out they can.
So what we're saying is that Neil deGrasse Tyson should have been the one to make Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog? Yes.
Yuji Naka is also the person who made a game called Ivy the Kiwi with a question
Yeah.
mark. Like he doesn't even know. Like he doesn't even know
Even
what
I don't
it
fucking
is.
know.
Wait, water is deadly? Wait.
This is ice water.
to a
Okay.
crocodile. Yes.
Okay, ice water. That would make more sense.
It made more sense in World 1 because all the water was lava, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of where just all
All the
liquid
water
in
was
general.
lava.
Yeah.
All the water
No, but
was
remember,
lava.
there's also actual water. There's actual water sections you can go into.
I've only played like World 1 of this game, so I don't know much.
So you played the best part of the game.
Yeah.
Hey, Then why? Then is it just because all the other options we gave you sounded terrible, so you went with Croc? Like, why did you pick a game you don't enjoy?
I mean, I did it. There were some parts I did enjoy, but it's just like I like the whole like how do I say aesthetic. How do I?
You know, I get you.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's
we
like-
said it in the last, but even I think because this is a very early PlayStation 1 game, I actually think that visually this holds up better than most PlayStation 1 games do. And
Yeah.
that soundtrack, soundtrack's so fucking
I thought
good.
this was an N64 game just by looking at it.
There's a lot of like just like in terms of like visual audio and a lot of that stuff. It's like it's pretty good. It's just like gameplay wise, it's okay. And I mean,
It's because the problem is it's like if you took Resident Evil and made it a platformer with that control scheme. I mean, like this is tank controls, which is
and having
not
and
good
also
for
having
platform.
a very short range attack.
Yes, but I mean, like, 'cause, like around this time it was like this and Crash Bandicoot. But unlike Crash, this is clearly full 3D. But this is also at a time before the PlayStation had analog control. So
I was about
the
to
whole
say that. God damn it, Gareth.
so like it's
Playing a
ju-
fully 3D platformer with a D-pad. What the
it's
hell?
not fun, you know.
No.
I'll give the game this. I gave the game this credit. There are a lot of 3D platformers that do this tank control thing, and this game is the best out of all of them.
Yes,
and
yes.
like the even though the tank controls are kind of annoying, it's honestly not like completely game ruining.
No, because
for the most part.
I think as we said last time they clearly designed the levels and designed the games around the tank controls rather than just making a 3D platformer and using tank controls as like its basis. So again,
Well, that's-
this
Yeah.
so
That's
like
good.
it's good. I mean, again, this game, you know, this game is by no means a classic or a masterpiece, but you could do far fucking worse. In terms of a PlayStation 1 platform, and again,
Bubsy.
Croc is exactly. I mean, Croc is so Croc is might be one of the most adorable video game characters ever. He's so fucking charming, you know.
Wait,
Yeah, I think the game gets by a lot on charm and aesthetic because like even like with the next two worlds after this, like it is like visually pleasing and it has great music and it's fun to just kind of go through the level normally. But when you're trying to say 100% it, you kind of like realize just how long the levels can go and how a lot of it is just kind of repeating. So
Well,
it
that's
starts
a
to
lot of
get-
collectathons. What were you going to
Yeah.
say, Kilo?
Yeah.
Kilo,
ahead.
you were going to say something earlier.
Man,
Kilo.
Oh,
Say
sorry.
things.
No, it's
This is a
it's
Let's
just
Play.
that I think I don't remember if this is confirmed or not. I just heard it like secondhand, but I think wasn't this Croc wasn't it originally like a Yoshi game?
Yes, we took we talked about that in the last set. Yeah, so I guess the developer went to Nintendo with this idea. I guess for Croc, I guess to be on the N64, but Nintendo were like, "Nah, we're good. Go fuck yourself," and so they made Croc instead.
Gotcha.
Which I mean, that
mean,
would explain why. That would explain why like Croc's like kind of
I
has like a
regret-
Yoshi design, and like.
Like from a control standpoint, he runs, jumps like Yoshi. He has a ground pound like Yoshi does.
Yeah.
The only thing, obviously, he doesn't have a tongue or throw eggs. But like I could.
Or a flutter jump.
Yeah, but I could see how with a few tweaking, you could easily make this. I mean, I said last time they even have like question mark boxes like Mario. You could very easily with some twerking, you could easily make this a Yoshi game. But I'm
can
kind
put
of
twerking in
glad.
anything.
Wait, what?
I need to change to analog mode.
Oh, right.
Fuck
the whole
you,
boss.
Stefan.
Don't need to put
No.
Stefan. You don't need to put it on every single boss. We know you're doing that.
Time to fight the Yeti.
This boss is really weird. Because this is like the only one who has like you can't just simply go up to hit it. You have to like wait for a certain pattern and opening until you can actually get him.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Yeah. And also, like, Croc has a lot of, like, something like Sonic, where it's like the gems are pretty much the rings of this game,
Yeah.
which seems kind of weird for a 3D platformer, at least with this kind of style.
It's still set in like 2D mentalities. Like that's the whole thing about being an early 3D platform. Is that it does a lot of 2D things, but it's just trying to do it with a third dimension. So it's kind of very much a transitional game. It's kind of I like seeing the decisions that they made with it.
Yeah, Croc is pretty much like what Sonic was trying to do with like where Crash is more like Mario. Where they both had like
wasn't
at
Crash
least with
just
like
straight up trying to be a Sonic ass game though? Is it fair to say it was trying to be like Mario?
I've never
well, I
seen
mean more
this...
with like the health system because Crash had like again the kind of
True.
small like kind of had the mushroom kind of system.
Hit base as opposed to collection base. True.
Yeah.
I've never seen this boss before, but one thing that I like in video games, which I think would be a staple, is when you initiate something, you get a response. It doesn't. You can never tell if you're hitting the enemy. He doesn't he doesn't have like a knockback or anything like that.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
Something you shouldn't do is have like be able to listen to enemies footsteps and sometimes because especially with this boss where you're gonna keep him like multiplying him, having to listen to multiple footsteps. That doesn't sound fun from just what I'm hearing from this footage.
Yeah, and then that's not to mention that Croc, the bosses have very weird hit detection.
Yeah.
Because like you're gonna see it later, like when you get the final hit, they just don't even react. Yeah.
It's so
They
And
just
there's,
barely
like-
react.
And yeah, from what I'm also seeing, it's just like, especially with Croc's short range attack, like sometimes you either hit the boss and don't take any damage, you hit the boss and take damage, or you miss the boss completely and you still take damage. So it's kind of like they just needed to kind of, I think, to slightly make this game better, just kind of increase the range of Croc's attack.
Yeah, I can see that being very beneficial. Also, I am very surprised that this is a 1996 game. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
this like
Very pretty.
Like completely out of context. Like you could look at this game and be like, okay, these graphics are subpar, but like completely within the context of when it was actually made, like what graphics at that time were looking like it's that's when you start
I
to
would put it
see
on
like the
par with First
impressiveness of
Crash.
Croc. That's where, at least with me, that's how I'm starting
Yeah.
to appreciate it now. I'm now definitely seeing it within the context of when it was made,
Well,
just what was around at the time.
This is
wait,
graphically this is more impressive than Spyro 1 and
wait,
Yeah.
did you? Yeah, I would
And
actually.
it's also
yeah.
because also Spyro 1 has whole things like with like the big like fitting everything in like the big more open world, while each level in Croc is very like condensed into their own like little sections or islands.
Yeah, because to me, like Spyro levels feel like levels, whereas Croc levels, like I said, I can see the 2D game that was made and then turned 3D, like the hallways and where the boxes are set. Like it's all very like I know it's a bad term nowadays to use in gameplay, but like it's hallways for this, whereas Spyro had hubs. So
it's very Galaxy, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's more like a dungeon kind of
yes,
level style where it's just kind of a little small area to explore.
and at least with the earlier levels, they went with a lot more enclosed space, and now Now that they're actually having like these open areas, though, they're just covering it up with white clouds. But yeah, they were definitely trying to conserve at
which
least
kind of
like the
hurts
view
my eyes.
for all these levels.
Stefan, what are you doing?
You don't have to deal with a lot, but I mean, doing sliding
Ice
with
physics.
with ice
This
physics
is-
with these controls is not the best. Thankfully,
Is
you don't
this-
do it a lot.
Imagine
but-
ice physics in Resident Evil. No fucking thank you.
No. And also doesn't help that it's like the white background really hurts.
Yeah.
This is I don't know, but like
my eyes.
this white background though does remind me of like the shitty levels in Crash though.
Like
the
Road
bridge.
to Nowhere.
Yeah, no.
the bridge,
A Road to
God.
Nowhere. Which, how... I get why, like, because again, they changed Crash's hitboxes in the Insane Trilogy, but gosh,
Those
they didn't
levels
need to
still
make them.
suck. Those levels still fucking suck.
Yeah, no, like, they made them worse, is the problem. It's like, yeah,
I just go on the bridge.
yeah, and then you realize that doesn't help sometimes, because again, they fixed Crash's whole foot hitbox, or whatever we're gonna call it.
Foot hitbox.
Collision
just gonna-
detection. I don't
Collision
know.
detection. It's just where like Crash. I don't know. It's just like Crash's feet, like where they're technically the place that they can. I don't know.
Steven, he gave us money. Don't make him feel bad.
I'm gonna make him feel bad.
I just can't remember. I just don't know what to call
After
it.
all
And-
that fucking time.
It's okay, we don't make video games, we just talk shit over them.
And I think this level also. I think this took me like an extra like 3 or 4 times to do because I think
Stefan,
my lives.
when
kinda
I
went
fast
down a
forward
lot.
through stuff, I do it at between 8 to 12 times speed so that people don't have to wait. Those are some notes for you, okay?
There will be a test on this after the OP.
Ah, dude, I failed like
I already have
LP
more. I already
101
have
twice.
exams.
And now we're back on the inside without ice physics.
Thank God.
But still tank controls.
Yeah, and tank
Tank
controls on
controls.
moving platforms does not seem fun. That seems like trying to play a Castlevania game, like trying to play a Castlevania where the whole focus on with like a 3D platformer Castlevania game. That just
They
doesn't
have
seem
those.
fun.
They're on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, and I think my friend has them. I haven't tried. Wait, are there ice physics in here too, or are you just holding back during
No,
that moment?
I'm like trying to jump on because that platform breaks and there.
Stefan's
mentioned-
just playing very badly. That's why. That's what's happening.
Well, that obviously
Wow.
too.
Because it looked like there was just ice physics like suddenly in the cave, and I'm like, I do not appreciate that.
Why did you let the spider
know
hit you?
Because it
Because-
surprised me.
It surprised you, and your
surprised
attack is so.
I saw the
You
spider
have
and
like
I
the
got
smallest
scared.
attack.
Because it's surprising.
and you mentioned because you mentioned about the whole like Yoshi thing, and I thought about it. I was like, had there ever been like a 3D Yoshi game? And I think the closest we ever gotten is Super Mario 64 DS. You could play as
Yeah.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
And Yoshi didn't control the best
Well, unless.
because
Yeah.
it was very awkward
Well, I,
because of the whole fact.
well, I get it because that's what I mean. And then it's like there was no control stick, so it was
This is so
D-pad.
annoying.
Something. Okay, I feel like this whole area would be what the Animal Buddies segments would look like if there was like a 3D Donkey Kong Country game. Kind of just like he was jumping to the
Yeah.
platforms and
Makes
getting all the
sense.
shiny stones. It kind of reminded me like that's what like a 3D Animal Buddy like bonus room would look like.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God it's over.
This game isn't that bad. Shut up.
Yeah. It's okay.
Join us next time. Bye.
Why did I invite him?
Fuck you.